the newsroom out in Culver City.
Hey, what's going on there, Kimmy and guys? Great to be with you once again. And we start in San Francisco, actually, with 49ers quarterback Trey Lance, who happens to be in Fargo this past week for a charity softball game hosted by Carson Wentz, who happened to give him some sage advice to the young signal caller. Of course, both of them former Bison quarterbacks. And Wentz knows all about the pressures that come with being a top 3 pick, having endured the Philly media for the first part of his career. And his advice to Lance is simple. Don't listen to outside noise, stay true to yourself, and just go play. Wentz and Lance will get another chance to catch up when the 49ers host the Colts on October 24th. And some good news, fantasy owners. Austin Eckler saying new offensive coordinator and former Saints assistant Joe Lombardi will use him in both the pass and run game, similar to how New Orleans got the ball to all-pro back Alvin Kamara. Eckler adding, quote, Joe is going to get his playmakers in space in situations where they can be successful. Look out, league. And look out, Ryan Fitzpatrick, here he is. He has the Washington football team's offense clicking, and it appears his Fitz magic is turning heads on the defensive side of the ball as well, including linebacker John Bostic, who likes what he sees so far from Fitzpatrick.
You could see just how much of a step that offense has taken already. I mean, I think he's really, really going to help those guys out. I can start to see, how he's, just improved, some of, how they're running certain routes. And he's like, listen, I'm going to throw you open here, which is good, So I'm very pleased, where we are, on the offensive side of the ball, and happy as we're growing as a football team.
Bostic, part of a great defense there in D.C. And Kimmy and guys, this is the reason why Ryan Fitzpatrick is able to get gigs time and time again. This is his 9th team that he's on. He is one of those respected veterans who is very adaptable. And even Terry McLaurin had said recently, Fitz is fun and the chemistry is natural, just like the chemistry been natural having you this week. Kimmy?
Oh, that was very sweet. Thank you, Will. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Frank Gore, I swear they're never going to retire. They're going to be around forever. Now, we just heard him getting some praise from his teammates up in Washington. Kyle, do you think his veteran presence makes Washington a clear-cut contender for the playoffs?
I hope so. Of course he's fun. Of course they all like him. This is Fitz. This is the thing here. I don't want to poke at him. It's like there's certain people just everybody likes, like there's Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Dave Grohl or Larry David and all that. But like, imagine if those people never won an Emmy or never had a hit show or never had a Grammy. Like, that's Fitz. Bring up the list. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm making fun of Santa Claus here, but most regular season games ever without a playoff appearance. Norm Snead, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Archie Manning's on this list. Eddie LeBaron, not LeBron, LeBaron, like a Chrysler. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 165 times he started a game in which his teammates liked him, thought he was fun, thought he brought veteran leadership, and they don't ever play a playoff game that year. So look, sorry, someone has to be Scrooge here, but until I see him starting a playoff game, we've been watching this guy for, 15 years? I got a lot to prove.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm with you on this one. It's not even him. It's like that old saying, it's not you, it's me. Well, it's not Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's the other NFC quarterbacks that are in this thing. You talk about Matthew Stafford, who's with the Rams. Dak Prescott's back. Tom Brady. Matt Ryan. There's just so many. Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray. There's so many teams with so many good quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, if he comes back. Right? There's so many guys out there that you have to be able to outduel in some of these situations. I know you have a great defense, and that's awesome. But still, you have to go out there and make plays. And every so often, Ryan Fitzpatrick or Fitzmagic turns to Fitzpatrick and starts throwing those interceptions. And that's what's going to hurt the Washington football team.
That's the story of the career, right? Every time you expect that he's going to continue to play well, he kind of tails off, and then every time you think he's done, he kind of comes back. It's one of these things for Fitz. I just, to me, there's this is a team that's so good on defense. They're getting better in a lot of areas, the skill positions, and really Fitz is now going to run this offense the way that they want it to be run. Okay, last year, Dwayne Haskins did not do that. I mean, they would draw up the plays, they would run the plays, they'd practice them all week, the ball would come out where it was supposed to go, and then on Sunday, it would just go in a different direction for no reason. Well, now Fitz, you know, because we saw it in Miami with Tua and the way that he was really schooling him on here's where the ball needs to be. And when he came in, he came off the bench, no problem, would step right in, and all of a sudden the offense is running smoothly. So, yeah, I think it makes him a clear-cut playoff contender. I don't know that they win the division, but, you know, we've got 3 wildcard teams now to play with. They're good enough that, yeah, I got to put them in the conversation as a, quote, clear-cut playoff contender.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you for that. Kyle, MJD, put some respect on his name. Gentlemen, the last time he started a full 16-game season was back in 2015 with the Jets. He went on to have a 10-6 record, just narrowly missing the playoff spot. Now, he's shown he's capable of leading a team to success when he has the right pieces around him. You just mentioned the defense. Now they have the offense that could easily do that. He has the weapons. He could be capable. I think we all have to put respect on his name. He's a veteran for a reason. He's been a part of these organizations for a reason. He has a chance to do something in Washington, especially with head coach Ron Rivera and the organization that they're building, as well as the camaraderie around Washington getting back on track. Fitz magic is the real deal. I said what I said. I hope he can get them to a playoff spot. Boom, mic drop.